Hello, YouTubes. This is not a table. This is a pink bed. But the pink bed has absolutely nothing to do with what I'm going to say. So, I went to the movies today. Still in Japan. Yeah. And I had a choice of two movies. Either Gundam Thunderbolt, December Sky, which I really wanted to go to, but, you know, it's Gundam, and it's Japan, so it's obviously, like, completely full. So, I went to the other option, which was surprisingly, empty. That was pretty empty. I have the poster here, so hold on. Doot, 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 doot. Done. So yeah, I went to watch the new Godzilla movie, because it's July 29th and this comes out today, so I went to watch it. Guess you can call this a movie review. It's gonna be completely... Yeah, I can't speak English. It will not be spoiler free. You'll be completely full of spoilers instead. So, if you don't want any spoilers, don't watch the video. Click the red X at the top right corner of your screen. And yeah. Before I start though, yes, that is an Ava, and that is Godzilla right there. Probably because the director for Evangelion was part of the staff, but I'm not sure. There's a lot of Evangelion in this movie though. Anyway, moving on. So not gonna do a whole entire summary of the movie because I do still want you guys to watch it, but there will be spoilers. So first thoughts. Didn't open the way I expected. So apparently in this movie, Godzilla has like multiple forms, which would kind of make sense because he is technically an aquatic animal, or she, or it. That's never cleared up. That's never cleared up in any of the movies, actually. Some people call it a she, some people call it a he, most of the people call it a hit, everyone just hit it. Everyone just calls him Godzilla. 別にゴジラでいいんだけどね. Anyway, but like in the early stage of the movie, the CGI, yeah, it's CGI, it's not like the sock puppet thingy. CGI sucks. Or, I mean, like, it doesn't really suck. The animation itself is decent, but the quality of the modeling itself isn't really that good, especially whenever they zoom in, the skin looks a little pixelated. I mean, that aside, the CGI wasn't... Well, I mean, it still sucked, but still. And by sucked, I mean the image just kind of sucked, but the animation wasn't that bad. Okay, moving on. The movie itself, unlike the 2014 Godzilla movie that Legendary Pictures made, the main character is Godzilla and not some random human being. There's that. And they do tie it back to the original in some way, like, by that I mean like the island with like Godzilla being that mystical creature thingy. They tie it back there, but they tackle the nuclear problem a lot, and that's for sure, and they also tend to have shots fired against a lot of things. Shots fired against the US military presence in Japan, for example, and a lot of other things. Anyway, that's like plot-wise. Plot-wise, obviously, it's Japan's not Japan. Godzilla's being, like, you know, Godzilla, and he's rampaging around Japan and mostly Tokyo. But then humanity has to stop him, and Well, it's interesting because this is not like most of the Godzilla movies seem to be from the point of view of like civilians. It seems, I mean, civilians or like soldiers or reporters. Hmm. But this one was like surprisingly political, to say the least. The like 95% of the focus was on the politicians, the cabinet members, the like high command. It was I felt like I was watching more of a documentary-ish sort of movie rather than like a normal Godzilla movie, but well, it wasn't that bad. It was sure as hell was better than the 2014 movie. Although the 2014 legendary Godzilla was a little bit better in terms of graphics. Eh. Although like at least within the first few minutes of the movie, the graphics in terms of the 3D modeling were terrible, but I already said this. They get better though. They do get better. The 3D animation does get better. Anyway. Let's go to the soundtrack next. On the soundtrack, it's you will hear like normal like modernized Godzilla style tracks and stuff, and then at some points I felt like I was watching an episode of Evangelion. Case in point. So yeah, there's a back to this. And even here, Godzilla, Evangelion Unit 1, Godzilla characters and Evangelion characters. Godzilla characters and Evangelion characters. I just realized what exactly that was. Camera, please. Thank you. I suddenly feel really sad now looking at this picture. Anyway, where was I? The soundtrack. Some of the soundtracks were very much Evangelion-like. I forgot what the exact track was because this is just a vlog, and I have and my primary access to YouTube is my phone, and I'm recording with my phone. So there's that. But here's the soundtrack. So they got some original stuff, like the stuff you heard in the trailer. They got the pretty much Evangelion ripoffs, but that's kind of supported because they have all these Evangelion-related goods, crossover goods. And then they go and add like actual original tracks from the original movie, like the actual Godzilla theme for one. They used the original roar. That's the one thing that's one of the biggest things I was listening from the 2014 movie, the iconic roar. What else? They used the JSDF theme from like the previous Godzilla movies. They just completely cut it into the like 50s, 60s recording and just put it in there. It sort of felt out of place because of how like up to date the graphics are, but at the same time it was kind of fun because I'm just like, yes, JSDF theme. So that's a soundtrack. What else? Let's see. Differences with the 2014 movie. I'm gonna keep comparing it to that because that's the other most recent Godzilla movie. That's live action. Godzilla does not fight any other monsters. They're just fighting the Japanese and Americans. Yes, I said Americans. Characters. We only see politicians in this movie. Which is a kind of a fresh taste. I mean, we rarely got to see like the politicians in Godzilla movies anyway. What else? What else? Well, this is probably one of the few times in Godzilla where they might sound completely unrelated, but France is actually mentioned. Yes, the French play a major role here. Well, I can't speak English today. Yeah, so the French, they play a major role in this movie. I'm not going to tell you what that role is, but I'll tell you it's political. If you watch the movie, you'll probably get what I say. But anyway, it's not much of a spoiler anyway, is it? Again, the Americans got involved. Well, then again, the Americans were involved in the 2014 one because it's an American movie. What else? I can also conclude that this version of Godzilla, is actually the most overpowered version of Godzilla for multiple reasons. One, it's got those multiple forms, and like it can just evolve on the spot. Apparently, you'll see that in the movie. I mean, it does that within the first few minutes anyway. So there's that. Seems to have a weird habit of gushing blood everywhere. We actually get to see standard issue military weapons wound the damn thing. Like seriously, the bombs just punch through the back portion of Godzilla, and then they blow up inside his body, and then blood spews everywhere. That's quite a lot of blood, though. Oh my god. What else? Oh yeah, I said it was OP. This version of Godzilla, I mean, again, one of the gripes I had with the 2014 one was that we only got to see the, atomic heat ray that Godzilla always uses, at the end of the movie. This one, we got to see it in the middle. We don't get to see, instantly, wiping out cities, but Godzilla did use it a lot. And apparently it has an AA version as well, because, at first it was just a roar, and then it slowly turned into a flamethrower, and then that flamethrower started getting pressurized, and then eventually turned into a freaking death ray. A death ray that's extremely OP. Apparently he can shoot it out of his tail as well, which is at the end of the movie. Like I said, this is spoilerful. Also, like I said, anti-aircraft version. Multiple beams from the back. Yeah. Shot down a couple American B-2s that way, so there's that. Shooting down missiles, shooting down UAVs. Yeah, it's interesting. I'm at a loss for new words now. Wow. What other gripe did I have with the American one? Oh yeah, Godzilla's not enough screen time for Godzilla in the 2014 one. Well, the only monster in this one's Godzilla anyway. Godzilla gets plenty of screen time. Even in parts where, Godzilla's not the main objective, Godzilla's still, sitting there chilling in the middle of the city, so. And also, we got to see some rather ingenuitive ways of dealing with Godzilla that actually seem realistic. Now, of course, the problem is the aftermath, but still. And also, there's that plot twist at the end, right before the credits. Yeah. That was a little scary. Because it was a still frame, and then we got to look at it, and I looked carefully at what exactly it was, and I nearly pissed my pants. But I'm not going to tell you what that thing is, even though I said this was going to be spoilerful. Some of this stuff I'm even going to leave out for the people who want spoilers. So, now of course, my opinions on the actual movie now. The minimum I wanted was that it was better than the 2014 one. As far as I'm concerned, yes, it is better than the 2014 Godzilla movie. However, just because it's better than the 2014 one doesn't mean it's, the best movie ever. Because it isn't. For one, the CGI. You can tell, in close-ups, Godzilla kind of gets pixelated. The skin does get pixelated. But that's also the fault of bad camera angling, some bad panning. In some places, they kind of do like a first person thing a little bit. At one point, they were like staring at data on the computer, and we were looking through the screen at the characters. I mean, that was cool for a second, but that it kept it on too long. That it felt that I started feeling like the actors were just taking a selfie and recording the video there, which might be the case, and that actually would work pretty well considering the situation. But they did it for a bit too long. Also, that one girl that portrays the pretty much the American ambassador to Japan. That's not really who she really is, I think. But, yeah, that's I didn't really like her character too much. And also her English was pretty accented. But hey, Japanese actor, so can't really complain about the English. At least the people who actually can speak English did their English pretty well. And by that, I mean, like, the non-Japanese actors in the movie. We got to see some German people, too, which is kind of nice. Any other complaints that I have with the movie? Some of the scenes tend to, like, cut a bit. Which again, made it, like, not fluid. Which is why I said which is why it felt like more of a documentary. That also includes, like, putting all of the names of organizations, names of people, names of military vehicles. That's one of the things. What else? They also had, like, names of cities and stuff. Those were, like, all extremely long, and they're all in kanji. So, like, they didn't even bother, like, saying some of the stuff. They just, like, slapped it on the screen. So, there's that. And then, like, some of the cuts between scenes with, like, noise and then, like, a still image tended to be pretty big. And, like, you can actually feel the silence just clamp down on you. Which wasn't really the best thing. It felt a little jarring a bit, but other than that, I have, like, almost no complaints with this movie other than what I already said. I mean, I might think of new ones, or I might, like, rewatch this on DVD or Blu-ray, and then maybe I'll have a different opinion about it, because it's not on a massive it's not on a massive screen, and it's not, like, the first day it's in theaters. So people would already have their opinions, and I could be infected by that. But as of now, I actually do like this movie. Now I know some people were kind of worried that, like, it'll be like a found footage sort of thing, like, I think it was Cloverfield that was a found footage movie. Giant monster found footage. I don't know. I think it was Cloverfield. Not sure. But some people are afraid to be like that. No, it isn't. It is a lot better than Cloverfield. Cloverfield was more like a horror movie. Well, then again, so is the original Godzilla. It's supposed to be a horror movie. But anyway, that's beside the point. The point is, it's not like every single bit is in first person. There is third person. Don't worry, and its majority of the movie is in third person. Oh yeah, one last thing. It's preferable that you do watch this movie in English subtitles. Like, even if you understand Japanese, I'd rather you guys have subtitles, whether it be in Japanese or, well, actually no, Japanese would kind of be, counterproductive. But, like, English or something else, cause, some of the bits, especially the written stuff, when they, like, slap names down in organizations, some of the stuff, it's kind of hard to read. Although that's probably because I watched it in theaters. But aside from that, I think that's it. So that was sort of my vloggy review of Godzilla Resurgence, or Shin Gojira, as the Japanese title goes. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe and all that, even though this is technically a vlog. Yeah. I'll see you in whatever other random stuff I create. Bye.